Здорово, Виталий. Что-то интеграция с Твичом сбивается. Ну ладно. Да и похуй. Здесь, кажется, остановились у трактора. У ментовской кареты. Сейчас посмотрим, будет ли вебка, как в первой части прохождения, закрывать диалоги. Если будет, то налево, наверное, ее перенесу. Здесь фишка в диалогах. Блядь, а сюда она будет закрывать местность. Бля, нормально, стримера колбасит. Да куда ее кинуть-то, блядь? Потому что здесь время, бабки. Какой чат? Я ж чат не выводил на экран. Да чё? Не, инфы нету. А, я ж только проснулся. Надо сходить умыться сейчас, погоди. Пару минут. С телефона там можно же это развернуть. И 2 раза кликнуть, и у тебя на полный экран пойдет, без чата. А когда нужно в чат написать, еще раз кликаешь 2 раза, он уменьшает и пишешь в чат. Может так. Ну, на андроиде. На яблокомобилях я там хуй знает. Так, ну здесь вроде датчик. В этот угол нельзя. Здесь в норе аптечки. Здесь что-то появляется периодически. Здесь диалоги, значит, правый верхний будет угол. А то в первое прохождение, блять, смотрят и не сказали мне нихуя, что это закрывает диалоги. А я там, блять, я же не читаю, я же это не из оперного балета. У всех разное мышление по чтению. Кто-то пропускает, кто-то быстро проходит, кто-то медленно, кто-то долбится в глаза. Короче, что мы остановились на карете. Так, музыка. Сколько стоит? Ладно, оставим такую. Вот это я не понял фишку, как исполнять. Полицейский участок в западном Ревашоле херачить. Либо алкашку въебать, либо наркоту. Здесь понятно, здесь путь до дома написан. Это понятно. Караоке ближе к вечеру. Петь ущерб понятно. Воспользоваться рацией из кареты вот сейчас, наверное, будет. В лазарет позвонить тоже, походу, из кареты. Блять, и время тикает, главное, интересно. И как бы ты читаешь, и все равно оно тикает, сука. Мне порой это... Есть такое, некоторые моменты. Вот эти догонялки.
The soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Так, выдвижной ящик с инструментами. Пальцем по рычагам. Давай, началось инструменты.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a...
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Двери и крышки. Крышки — это то, что я подумал.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these.
Цепи, замки, веревки.
And ropes, especially belts.
И ремни, да? Бля, как все надо запоминать. Просто полно.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gate,
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Так, здесь лутанули. А вот здесь описание уже такое себе. Одинаковое, можно сказать. Хер знает, есть у него батарейки, нет, пока положу. Мало генератор встроенный. Так, итого. Сейчас мне надо 2 квеста пройти. Позвонить в психушку по рации, в скорую, и затребовать бабло. Еще и Сильвию.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic, the frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line. Glock the soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over them.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Помоги мне, Алиса.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
Так, ну для начала давай Сильвию подрочим.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Так курильщица, что ли, из 3-го номера?
All right. Hello.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
По рации на кофе предлагать. Когда может подняться на 2-й этаж и трахнуть. Там закрыта дверь. У нас монтировка есть. Въебать дверь монтировкой. И в прыжке стрельнуть из залупы, кстати, можно попробовать. Но это я потом сохранюсь, проверь.
No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Так, начинается маленький взрыв мозга. С Кимом посоветоваться. Перки Кима, кстати, тоже прокают периодически в диалогах, как я понял. Ну, с давлением у меня это через авторитет или внушение не очень, так как я ебучую рубашку одел. Давай с Кимом.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Okay. I did.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Это авторитет, сука, я так и знал. Да, сложно сделать идеальный билд, но я думаю, процентов на 90 я идеально сделал для начала кампании.
The other people who live around here. Local people, you don't live here. You don't understand. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the...
No. I honestly don't.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Блять, да хоть голимый авторитет в отрицалово не прокнул.
Okay.
Хорошо.
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed, you know who.
Но он на каком-то депресснике. Либо недотрах, либо кто, может, там бывший напрягает. Либо в профсоюзе есть сутенер у нее.
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, absolutely not.
Боевой дух не прокнул. Чего, блять, он отнялся?
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
You hear the cord breaking up on the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see as...
Эту хуйню можно пополнять с помощью неких аптечек, это я понял. А здесь-то что он отнялся? Мы в панику не входили по воле. Всего лишь спросили, что насчет кофе. Тогда вот так сделаем. На выходные горы поедешь. Да это девчонка с этого, на втором этаже из кафе.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a frequency tableau, the soft purr.
This is Precinct 57. Hello.
Hello.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is a
Under the green prime light,
57.
in the cabin, you see
Без пятерка. Снимаем. Здесь два минуса на эквилибристику. В основном охватка на диалоге редко прокает.
inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer? Lucy.
Give it a minute.
Officer? Yes, hello? All right.
There is no resentment in her tone.
No, not me. No, people don't have them.
So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew. No one called. You know what the union said.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Okay.
Push her further. Show her the error of her way.
The other people. You don't live. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
Здесь эта пиздюлька уже не сформировалась.
Okay. You mean why?
Why not?
Let's just say, you know who. What? No, why would you even think that?
Если второй выбирал, первый или третий, а первое.
Don't bring God in. I already said I don't.
Ну, защищает этого мудака, блядь. Через кофе отрицал его будет. Попозже ее трахнем.
I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
А, вот оно что, блядь. То есть при окончании диалога, то есть либо здесь брать 5 опыта, не доводя ее до слез, вернее, доводить ее до слез, забрать 5 опыта. Красная доступна всего один раз. Да, это понятно, блядь. Угу. Блядь, может не возвращаться, кстати.
Anything else I can add to with, officer? Just a second. Sylvie Malaikan. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detectives? Anything else I can add to with, officer?
Короче,
In the cabin, you see.
надо сначала сблизиться, а только потом по кофе уебнуть. Про власть нельзя базарить и до слез нельзя доводить. И можно подрочить генератор. Там, по-моему, 2 раза по 5 опыта дают. Ну и хер с ним. Главное шкуру отодрать.
Inside, you see a set of.
Bar?
Why not?
Так, вот здесь она может уйти уже в слезы. Потому что бабы, они же такие максимально ранимые существа-то. Здесь надо на тройку уходить.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
So the union has a phone, and they.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It
Так.
just might take a while.
Здесь она уже уйдет в это. В галиматью.
Yeah, go on. I do hope
Так.
so. Please don't
Во.
call me again.
Теперь два минуса убрал. А вот теперь мы уходим
You hear the
вот
call.
так.
Anything else I can add you with, officer?
Вот так.
In the cabin, you see.
На свиток портала уходим.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
И звоним еще раз, как ебанутый.
How may I assist you? Just a second. Sylvie Malak. Yes. Oh, great. What else do you need, detectives?
You hear the call.
Anything else I can add you with, officer?
Где диалог?
Just a second. Sylvie Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detective? You mean why?
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. Yeah, go on.
You hear the cord breaking.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Чего, блядь? То есть те красные сохраняются, блядь. И зеркало, и там, и там, и там. По диалогу и с этим. А с ней, блядь, один раз, что ли, дает 58%? На розовую ванну. Интересная поебистика. Здесь будет минус боевой дух. Сейчас проверим.
Yes. Hello? Oh, great.
Он будет до сих пор?
No, absolutely not.
Да.
You hear the
Ну,
Anything
блядь,
else I can
тогда...
help you with, officer 57?
in the cabin. You see.
Тогда надо дрочить вот это. Бэкап. 25-й. Оуе. Такая игрушка. Не выявишь, не поймешь. Вот только один раз подсказывает. А белые бустят навыки. То есть вот это все белые. Красные не идут. Красные надо записывать в блокнот на рабочем столе.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is precinct 57. Uncle. What is the number, officer?
Yes. Give it a minute.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to.
You mean why?
Why not?
Здесь два минуса даст, и то, и то.
Maybe, I don't know. No? Not me.
Охуенное расследование по рации. Нет, нет, я не знаю, блядь.
No, sorry. People don't have the money.
So the union has a phone.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Это минус, минус. Где-то можно плюсик заработать, блядь. Это в нейтрал или плюсик даст?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinet.
Да, нейтрал дало. Да,
I don't know what to
уходим.
tell you, officer. Yeah, go on. I do hope so.
Ну давай, блядь.
Don't call me again.
Единственный шанс 58, блядь. Я уже заебался строчить. Халамай, халай. Хуй
She
там,
doesn't
блядь.
have a problem with you.
Две двойки ебаные
It must be
выпало, блядь.
someone else she's angry about. Some other guy.
Ебаные две двойки. Просто минималку выдала.
Trust me, you wouldn't want to be. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling you, you have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteria. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
No. What?
God, what is happening in your head? Big Papa is happening.
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
Call was dominated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late
57.
in the
Ну
cabin.
понятно. Надо ждать, пока 58 прокнет. Про любовь это легко пройти. Не, можно побегать. В принципе, этот квест, он, можно сказать, не временной. Где-то подобрать эмпатию. Как вариант, блять, опять диалоги ебучие забуду. Еще раз попробую, если что, там поищу эмпатию.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
This is precinct 57. How many Markov? What?
Yes. Give it a minute.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, what?
There is no resentment.
You mean why?
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. No, sorry. People don't have...
So the union had.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a...
What? Of course it bothered me. No one calls... You know...
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Mm-hmm.
Фиолет не пройду. Ну, это на плюс идет. А в нейтрал он отрицает. Отнимает единичку. На генератор 58.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with
В
the
чем соль игры? Ты играешь
union. I'm sorry about that.
бухого похмельного Коломбо, следака. Просыпаешься в кафе, без бабок там, с кучей долгов для бармена. И труп на заднем дворе, и это напарник, тролливали. Дрочишь диалоги. Они веселые, с черным юмором, а-ля старая версия Fallout. Раскачка. Вначале там создаешь и кайфуешь от того, что придумали разрабы под шишкой.
Yeah, go on. I do hope so.
Давай, второй раз
Don't call
58.
me again. Bye.
No.
Бля,
She doesn't
сейчас
have
две
problems.
тройки ебаные выпало.
It must be someone else she's angry about.
А мне надо...
Like God.
На тебе на удачу.
Благодарю, тезка. Мне надо десятку, то есть если выпадет две шестерки, 12, эмпатия 2, то есть выпало сейчас 6, Двойка у меня есть, один, то есть у меня 3 есть. Надо 10. То есть мне надо, чтобы выпало минимум 4 и 3. По картам, чуть-чуть. То есть даже не надо 4 и 4, 10 на 10 хватит.
Trust me. No. You're... What, Misod? You have to think you can do that, Lieutenant Love.
Code was dominated by the Zakaz.
It's on. The...
57.
In the cabin.
Давай, последняя попытка на генератор костей. Или я записываю блокнот на поиск эмпатии. Шмотки. Но говорят, открытый мир, в целом город очень огромный. Я пока не знаю, как здесь бои происходят. Либо по ходам, либо через диалоги.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57, of course. What is the number?
Yes. Give it a minute.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh,
There is no resistance.
you mean why?
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. No, people don't.
So the Union...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
What? Of course it. No one calls the police. You know.
Legally, no. In reality, yes.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to. Yeah, go on. I do hope so.
4-3 дай мне.
Don't call me again. Bye.
4-3.
Yes.
Есть.
You've obviously done something to upset her.
Выебано, блядь.
Well, in ranks, when she was still working there.
Ну да, это что-то у тебя с интернетом. У меня идеально все по датчикам мониторинга.
I'm not mad, it's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the steward thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great steward, you threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird!"
Нахер
and
эта
laughing
птица.
like a maniac.
Она рассказывает, как я ночью это бухой чудил.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Здорово, бандиты.
Здорово. Блядская птица ты заслужила.
Yes, well. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've had sailors fighting. Union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Слушай, а я сейчас эмпатию прокнул, блядь. Отдали квесты на любовь-то? При неудаче я прокнул квест на любовь, а сейчас... Сейчас что-то не дают. А эмпатия апнулась? Нет.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked We Go On by the OO. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. the coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing what? I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke. The ones I had to rent out. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
То есть Ксива была в туалете. Она не помнит.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Привет, Зир. Здесь либо первое, либо второе. Но она сейчас в хуевом состоянии.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Interesting. You still have to find the copy though, before you can blast it.
Wait, really? No, this is absolute no. I was actually flattered. I've always liked.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the up.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your...
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see...
Блять, а где квесты на любовь? Уладить с Гартом, а потом уже монтировкой дверь ломать и трахать ее. Блять, при неудаче сразу квест на любовь пошел. Там даже разраб подсказывал. Берите, прикольно будет. Уф. Нахуй тогда я проходил вот это кости на эмпатию, чтобы... Гарта я так и так найду. Сложно. Здесь что? Уровень. Уровень на навык. Надо подумать, пусть повисит. Так, осталась скорая и что-то там еще.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just...
Her voice is...
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact,
It's not fucking cryo-actal latte. It's super glue, Doc.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to... Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I got more important things. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not so... What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the...
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
And you survived it. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you sit.
Здесь я спалю, что потерял удостоверение, но это курящая шаболда, которая из третьего номера недавно уволилась, она видела их в сортире, а куда положила, не помнит. То есть вот это может пока не дрочить. Вот я сейчас смотрю на суку. После тела. Да, сейчас уже кухня откроется после 13. Леша еще с каретой дрочится, чтобы идеально проходить игру, как он делает. Бабло можно запросить. Про удостоверение пока сообщать не будем.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second. Should be my... Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need to take?
You hear?
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop.
10-4, message received, 10-5, relay message. What? 10-18, state your message, sir. I hear you. I don't have the... Is it him? What does he want? He says he needs money. Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all. Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to the... He isn't getting arrested. Request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in... Well, I guess he'd better crack... Vigmar said... He said... So... What did he say? Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also here. Over.
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself in front of your colleagues.
He terminated the connection. I guess he was in a hurry.
The radio falls silent and lifeless. The communications officer has disconnected the call.
То есть здесь без генератора. Просто Жулио заебал.
What was that? It's okay, detective.
То есть не то, что заебал, воля не дала ему через авторитет и внушение ебануть по рации его зама. Тут начальник был на фоне.
We should get on with our tasks.
Здесь смысл понятен. Добрый вечер. Лагубой.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a sec.
10,
The man uses
10-4 message. 10-18, state your message. 10-4. Is it him? He says it. Don't. Right. That's a negative. He says it's him. He is getting a red cent. You can tell. Request denied, sir. Well, Vicmar said. What did he say? Did you want anything else, sir?
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself in front of your colleagues.
Let's address them now, sir. Over.
Это я пока не хочу убирать. Сейчас поищем рядом с сортиром. Давай лично попробуем.
Your badge should have most of your personal details. Look over that. Over. 10-4. Anything else for you, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over.
Икшон. Всем икшон подавай. Здесь есть какие-то перестрелки? Но я еще не дошел. Тут очень много крутых диалогов.
The worn and beaten wooden planks.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
Так, ну на бомже у меня времени осталось. 13 часов открывается кухня. Лавка.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding.
Oh, man from Hyundai. A very blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. What does it matter? They're all the same. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Rows and rows of Hyundalam, maybe 100. Man from Hyundal, not even close. Man from Hyundal in hell. Man from Hyundal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundal under the lake. Man from Hyundal, Hyundal burning.
Белое можно вернуться, да?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular.
По бафу до бафа у меня нету ничего по шмоткам.
Nearly all the time, nothing of interest.
Вообще нет времени у меня в этой лавке. Надо к висельнику валить. А потом в кафешку. Так, что я там записывал в блокнот? Сколько у меня? С 13:00 начинается замес. Где? Коломбо. С 13:00 кухня. Зал кафе с 16.
The display rack is brimming with worn paper. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Hyundai in chains. Between the throne and the Hyundai man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns, especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. It's symbolic of vice and sin. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyundai novels.
Блять, здесь надо скриншот делать. Хотя... без скриншота. Книжная лавка. Что там? По перкам героям надо вроде еволицу. Когда бабло отдам. Сейчас даже на выплату нет. В принципе, можно не выплачивать, нахуй послать, там можно его даже арестовать, бармена. Но это опять какая-то там моралка просядет, психика. Или трясти бомжей на улице. Ночевать-то можно и так, в помойном ящике, как он сказал. Все, здесь я позже приду. Тайминг не хватает у меня. Здесь время идет реальное.
Yes?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Play. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds
There is stress and unease behind these words.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly, but we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head?
Not head, child. Heads.
Isn't that very dangerous? Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Сейчас опасно.
Every snowflake is like, it's the type of book where or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. It happened. Those are unhappy books, for most of them. These are not, well, maybe, that's really not a proper romance story. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and I haven't read many of them. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. No, yes.
What was that? An idea for an Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues by getting drunk. That'll show them.
Maybe some about other books?
Не понял. Че, он сейчас не сканется? Там еще 3 диалога, которые не убираются. Можно сколько угодно уходить от обычных диалогов, приходить заново. Может, баг какой-нибудь маленький.
Every snowflake is like an kings and queens. I think that's why people.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun. It's the type of... Or there could be a story about a poor lady. It happens. Those are unhappy books. These are not... Well, maybe that's really not a proper romance story. That's more like a... Not in romance books. I haven't read many of those. I don't think it's a romance story if the main... Sometimes they break up for a little while. But then, they all... Maybe some about other books? No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though. That's a friendly enough face. Most of the time.
Ну давай, блять.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you. She brings out her reddened hands. Her neck.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Здесь ему либо подыграть девочке, либо сказать правду.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. There's something you're missing.
Если я уйду, может забаговаться. Здесь может прокнуть. Блять, там внушение, здесь внушения не хватает уже. Третий квест на внушение. Остальное все хватает за глаза. Скорее всего, десятка нужна будет или 12. К белому можно вернуться.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salem Rocky Bai, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Yeah, you know, beneath it is just hot. This is the beginning of your legend. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black
Логика -2, ёб твою медь. Это дебилоидом где-то надо притворяться, ей нужна отрицательная логика, что ли? Может, с бандосами при разговоре. Уже второй перк такой. Всего час дают на это. То есть можно активировать. Он что-то вспомнит, но я похожу с дебафом, что ли, это так работает. Блять, у меня вот эти фиолетовые в порядке. Хули он их в отрицало возгоняет.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
You have absolutely no idea.
Так, сколько надо было? 11.
You must have forgotten something you heard again.
То есть мне надо 4-4, чтобы минимум выпало, да? Это меньше средней теории вероятности. 4-4. Сейчас выпало 3-4.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you...
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've
3-5. Прямо вровенько 11-11.
Yes, I stand in this spot. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. No, you don't have party
Eyes. Yes, of course. That
You know, like a cat in the dark.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that. I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Стоит на месте, пока не отпрокается. Блять. Полчаса осталось до кафе ебучего. Где Коломбо?
This Postlovantorie mail collection box has been heavily... The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow. The box seems happy. There is a hollow ring as you kick the box. Your toe has suffered damage.
cool.
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's leaning in to inspect the layers of graffiti that deface it.
I don't. Let's go.
Короче, он восстанавливает боевой дух. Почтовый ящик, пока нет смысла к нему приходить. Надо записать. Рядом. Да не так. Между книжной лавкой и кафе. Почтовый ящик. +1 к морали. Здесь не успеваю, здесь подрочил. Давай сюда. И в кафе.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here. Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done. Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from...
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the... There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
В каком-то магазинчике, не помню как это называется, можно слить в ломбарде пару шмоток через редкие диалоги, которые нашли.
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Техника. И сюда уходит. Понятно. Так, у меня 2 минуса на эквилибристику и концептуализацию до 5 догнать, если что. Но у меня там все в порядке. — 23 минуты осталось, сука. До атомной бомбы, блять. Грубую силу оденем.
even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous, well, he blew through the whole national treasury. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy. On the Insulindian Elysium, stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chest. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial. Not just any nose candy though. We're talking royal Philippian blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple. Cocaine. His Majesty's courtiers said, that's what the revolutionaries said when beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned it. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue.
Короче, есть какой-то клад
Communards had more time,
в каком-то заливе
up to even find
вот этого днаря, наркомана.
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuance. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze, not that he ever did in life either. Wow, you work hard. Oh yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Блять, она у меня в отрицалове, но я-то успел сохраниться.
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride. That's just what it's like, life and death. But you got gills on you. It ain't easy, but you do it, day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Интересный выбор.
Because of the taxes, G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket. Our tax is almost non-existent in the Gotham estate, that is reverential. Every time you wipe your 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it straight.
Да ёбана по голове, опять минус, блять. Это реально надо ходить с отрицаловым 1 час 45 минут, просто бегать туда-сюда. И тогда дадут постоянный баф или что это, блять? 1 на плюс, 3 на отрицалово. Проходишь идеально все квесты, блять. Ну-ка, если вот так. Сейчас. Эксперимент.
Wow, you work. Oh, yes. You hustle. Look at yourself. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. Oh, you do. You make money. You got gift. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in, sure. Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave. That's right. 100%. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate? That is reversion. Every time you wipe your ass, 98%. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight.
То есть все равно он дается этой хуйней. Но мне сейчас нет смысла их запускать. Почему? Потому что, блядь, мне сейчас в кафе пиздовать. Я могу в любой момент отменить. Так, тогда я второй эксперимент этот прокнул. Так. 10 минут до открытия кафе. Жаль, нельзя сейвы переназывать. Так, но мы тогда за 10 минут сохраняем. И... Раз. Два. Три. Это не пригодится, если не будет прокать. Сейчас я с жесткими дебафами. Должен поебланить у кафе. Не тупи, сникерсни.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Back already?
У меня есть 9 минут еще, в принципе.
Back already? It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the... Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days. Yeah.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the...
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, so tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries. And there's a sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do though. There's still a few around.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No, some pretty wild stuff. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like...
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines.
They want to keep...
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this...
Охуенная игра.
Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Oh, high-grade narcotics.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of Fallon cars. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. This rockin' beauty sure is like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands.
Какафа уже открылась,
This
надо
one
бежать.
was roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Ебать, это какой-то жмурик, блядь. И пиздобол, говорит, не курит, а анимация по сигарете есть. Или вы просто разрабы, ну, не соизвили синхронности анимации и диалогов.
Don't be a stranger.
Какой нахуй порядок мыслей, блядь? Логика 3, эмпатия 2. Значит, белая же записалась у грузовичка. По миллион, да?
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Валим быстрее в кафе. В принципе, у меня очко есть на прокачку. И качнуть надо то, что в жопе. А в жопе у меня внутренняя империя, но это с ним. Сложно это. Откройте пицца через домофон. Пум-пум-пум-пум. Надо вырубать отрицалово. Часов плюс 1, блядь. А если через 6 часов мне энциклопедия 1 понадобится? Она и так ебошит. Вообще надо въебывать. На 6 часов. Скоро ночь. Если я не вспомню, где я дома был, то... Ну да. Да, ну так хорошая тема, конечно, если плюсики дают. Эти временные квесты, которые надо через таймер исследовать, то... В диалогах плюсики могут. Включил, отключил. В данном случае до конца дня он должен узнать. Это спит еще? Так, это после 4, да? Плюсы у меня на концептуализацию. Давай. Подрочим.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a good... Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please, it's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and back it's almost like music, especially with the sounds of a sword. The man pondered.
Сука, блядь. Походу, не то выбрал. Но в диалоге было, что он курит. Мне Сигну надо стрельнуть по квесту.
A thin man, as you step in. Okay, it's definitely the man. Puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand, he smiles, and it's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling.
Это получается к нему приходить что-то мутить с похлебкой.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough, as a side investigation. If you say so, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted. The door does not budge.
С этим поговорить. Так. А через монтировку.
You see a heavy. The door does not. The door. The cobalt. Old cobalt paint.
Желтая через кобальт. Эквилибристика в говне.
You see the door does the cobalt. Old cobalt paint. Rough.
Давай тогда через это.
You see the cobalt. Old cobalt. The door does not.
Это должно вскрывать и монтировка, и этот по ремням по мелочи. Видимо, привязали к управляющему дверь.
Can I help you? Absolutely.
Absolutely. In the question. First we find your body is ready, sire.
Do I have a shaker in my hand?
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing. It is but an imitation.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? That's right, I'm the cafeteria manager.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Мудила я бухать хочу.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple? Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Наёбщик ебучий.
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But
we should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling.
Another thing. Great. Yes. Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't carry or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for what. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over though. After the animals. Yes. Can I help you? Wait, what? But what about the... Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer? I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you.
Alright. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Так, теперь у меня по идее 2 очка навыка. Пока я к ней буду идти, может вот эти помойки включать. Ладно. То есть две логики нельзя. Понял. 53 минуты, здесь 4 часа. Alright.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. Acknowledge. He looks up at you, then looks. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. He smiles. It's almost like music. You see a heavy, old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted. The door does not.
В принципе, я уже могу птичку через технику починить. Что-то он не прокается по определению. Я ему 140 должен. 8 только нашел. Так, танцевать вечером. Сейчас к бабе. Искать документы. Ну вот сортир. Он говорит, доставал из сортира что-то. Куда положила, хуй узнает. С этих дверью даже что-то взаимодействия никакой нет. Через монтировку. Через болторез.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Так, техника. Ага. Техника, техника, техника. Надо подрочить 58, да. Здесь отрицалово что дает на технику? Нет. Alright.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place.
Надо 12.
Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never
Шестерка.
been a plumber.
Нужна семерка. 3,4 надо, чтобы прокнуло минималку. Ну, реально, да.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well,
Шестерка в сумме.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Электрохимия. С четверкой при 2 бустах и 17. Нихуёвый квест. Да, перестанет улыбаться.
The bed is cold.
Здесь я уже подобрал вторую туфлю. Два ночи засыпают все. Кроме Лёши стримера, блядь.
The door is closed. Still no. The lieutenant gives you a quick. This door can only be opened with a.
Квест разрулил, а чё она не открывает? Так, тот зал после 16 открывается. До 16 у меня есть время.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot. Like what?
The worker isn't.
Пойдем по мейн-квесту. Чикс из 3-го номера знает, где мои документы, она доставала их с сортира. Ну а что, она тоже нахуярилась? Кинула их в окно, и они упали на висельника. Сила воли, да?
The tracks are as they have ever been, a bit more worn perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
You are correct. I'm not sure.
You could.
выключать. Чего, блядь? Автохил я и так фуловый был. Или 2 из 2 у меня было. Три из 3. Он заряд плюсанет. На дух дает запаску. Чё там улетело? Ладно.
Inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why there it is. You see a shabby little door. Пока легкая игра. В целом. Есть пару злоебучих квестов.
которые крайне нелогичны. Сейчас ёбнем маленькую. Ну, за умные игры и за умных зрителей. Так, я активировал на минус эмпатию и логику. Пока так. Это метелит. Иконка внизу. Ты маршрутчик. Привет. Какая иконка внизу? Где? Вот. Мой персонаж мент, следак, которого мучит похмелье. Проснулся, разъебал полкафе.
Be still, my beating heart. It's the lieutenant isn't studying the power. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much. Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industry.
А центральный квест. По сути, он по квесту ему бухло и курево. Наркота для бустов. Ходить в зависимость. Здесь я отменил. Одна работает.
Be still, the lieutenant. There's a good, vague way.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry.
Yeah, swift lightning.
See that ladder there?
Принять невозможно их было. Вот эту, я так понял, ломбард загонять.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial, or it could be that we are just...
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Convulsant 1020 HK.
Is it? Qualzone makes a lot of heavy equipment, but I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
A tarpaulin cloak is...
Давай так попробуем, без штанов.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
У меня есть 2 очка навыков, но пока не хочу вкладывать.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
4-5 игральной карты выпало. Идеально.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Ты готов к свиданию с бетонной плитой.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your...
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete.
Этот тоже прыгал, как он сюда добрался? Новые сохранения? Нет. Нужно новое. Черный плащ теперь будет. Трепет, это хорошо. А выйти только через это, да?
This is the night watchman's booth. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile maybe this was a bad
I'm not here to tell you what to do, detective.
You take the painkillers. They are yours now. You stand and exit the booth. This is the night.
If you must. But please.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in...
Why did you take that? Fine, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping.
This is the night what?
Так, в 16 часов кафе открывается. Мне надо успеть как-то, блядь, оббежать это ебало. Вырубай.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friso. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners because Friso was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. After rifling the pages with your thumbs, the magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal alla fume. This was his, but like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing.
What do you expect? It was laying around the after.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The tape. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The tape, it takes a moment, but gradually. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as the main feature though, is a lot. The Tip-Top Tournée is an inter-isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol is held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Интересное кино.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip-Top Tournée.
С 13 минут полкниги прочитал.
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically. Oddly enough, this article has 2. There's no way those are real names. Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonym. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy. Thus, the so-called taunt, and that precisely is what's problematic about it. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for. Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, that's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles...
Ah, come on. Can this article read your mind? A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands. If I had to wager, I'd say they've...
You flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbour red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in... Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent. According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents. Unsurprising, you skim the headlines. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin. It's true, the rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The tape, unsurprising, you skim the headline. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer. According, it goes on to call that you flip back to the front of the... Unsurprised, you skim the headline. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of You flip back to the front of the magazine. The face of King. On second glance, someone has forgotten.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave the
door opens smoothly. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 and the same materials being handed over to companies inside. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist samurai.
4-4 на что выпало.
Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful.
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there? Right. This is probably not relevant to our case.
Hundreds of and the same material you already went through the drawings.
Сейчас подрочим. 42%. Четыре ночи, надо спать, валить по-хорошему.
On second glance,
it's unfortunate.
The door opened. Hundreds and the same material. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of color. Look how blurry all the lines. Hermeneutics was all. The drawings. On second glance,
It's unfortunate.
the draw of hundreds and the same. It's hard to make sense of this. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How
Копейки
unfair
дропает.
it was. The draw.
Не, очко не буду вкладывать. Подрочим.
On second glance,
It's unfortunate for the Union.
the draw of hundreds of, and the same. It's hard to make sense of this. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics. It appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor. More all items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs. Remember, Leo, all items on the drawers.
А это он не забрал про борщ. Плюс 3, магний 5 будет 6. File cabinets. Remember, Lee, all items on the drawer. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens up." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. Call it. Call it. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you? Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. No. Maybe you call to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful. The call is terminated by the other party.
Так, здесь все с этой комнаты. как съебаться домой. Никак, Алёша, нехуй было прыгать.
This is the night one.
Уже темнеет, сука. подпрыгнуть и подцепиться он не может. Встрял, блядь. Я шмоток дохуя хороших нашел, но встрял, блядь.
Container, used to be what pines. Container, not Everard. He looks after every... I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folk. Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in. Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every... It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could dig...
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that.
He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now he's just nodding along.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be... Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice. Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made merchandise what it is today. Oh, Mr. Everard is where he always is. In his office, of course. Yes. I'm like Mr. Everard's right-hand man. When actually, Miss Beaufort is the right...
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those, but I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp too.
He respects that word.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighbourhood. Knows if me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real. Dr. Lemaitre said so.
So Everard trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort.
Yes. This place really seems to run like clockwork.
Well, thanks a lot. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys, bye-bye now. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like, oh, look, we're on a strike.
So, no.
Not Eric, but Titus and his boy, he's got into some drunken trouble and... Oh, I'm not really... Him and his boy stirred up something in town. No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else.
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
No, not really. Miss Everett doesn't tell me all the big things.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, yes. Born and raised in a people say us Ubi.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Идеально, блядь.
Sure, mister. Absolutely.
Осталось выбраться из этого ебучего порта, блядь. Поздравляю, Иван. Такое бывает, да? Где там уже кафе началось, блядь? Профсоюз пришел, а есть завял, блядь. Ёб твою налево. Надо еще ёбнуть тогда. Как назвал хомяка? Давай ёбнем за твоего хомяка. За очередной живой организм в галактике. Надеюсь, ты не нажрешься и не сделаешь из него шашлык. Нормальное погоняло.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here, and I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents...
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair on the other.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff?
You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Dubois. Let us converse in a civilized...
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarded...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's...
Oh, by the way, it should be sufficient to...
Wow, that's 25 real. That's...
Okay, now, I'd like to...
The world is swallowed. Oh, God.
Чего, блядь?
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up.
Да мне нахуй не нужно, я диалог переигрываю. Как съебаться обратно в кафе из порта? Вот в чем вопрос. Вообще, я с ним так и так добазарюсь. Сейчас, секунду. Он же не перенесет в кафе, правильно? Это замкнутый круг, блядь. Он перепрыгнул, подняться не может. Там блок, там блок. И жирнич в контейнере, и все. Снег еще какой-то, блядь, пошел. Кого раздавили-то? Сука, как отсюда съебаться? Выпустите меня. Кто раздавил сметанку? Аккуратнее надо быть. Блять, но назад точно дороги нет, я проверял. Единственный вариант с ним базарить. Чё не спишь-то, Иван? Или у тебя там Сибирь? Или Дальний Восток?
Yes?
Сибирь угадал, понятно. Мне надо понять, выпустит меня он из этого ебучего порта или не выпустит.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair.
Доброе утро, тогда.
Says nothing.
Welcome, Miss. I'd offer you.
He looks extremely.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't forget about that. What's with this Dubois?
Please, Miss.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong. I too have convictions. One of which is that I will not. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Угу. Так он мне дамаг даст.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men. So tell me, how can the head of the department?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Да нахуй мне твое бабло, блядь, выпусти меня с порта ебучего. Ключ от двери дай, блядь. Подтереться можешь.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or.
No.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear isn't. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Здесь восстановил. Хитрое мурло ебаное.
Oh God, why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns. Where's yours? Fuck love. This is your gun. This is.
Are you alright, Harry? You seem angry. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking.
Mr. Dubois.
What is this?
Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois. Harry.
Алкожели.
Mr. Dubois.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him.
What an odd demonstration.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask...
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together, ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Of course. Let us dispatch with a formality. My God, so it's true.
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry.
Words flow like a river of... I guess word has already reached him.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry...
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
It's Harry. Harry Dubois. And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you? But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jack...
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and... Harry, you're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky. Of course I do, Harry. And I'm going to help you shine. I'm going to put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois. Ah, this?
This translates into... Haha, you guys are so...
I find that very suspicious.
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau.
He got the name from the Census Bureau. And everything else?
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi, from the Census Bureau. Like I said.
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. Pity. The mystery of you will...
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. Yes, your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him...
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging.
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I'm not sure I understand.
Come now. I just need...
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
chance. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. A loud blabbering weasel. We'll just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez. Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more important...
You want to send someone a message?
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man. Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's... You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Здорово, Ван. Это ты играешь за похмельного следака в открытом мире. Я уже сонный, под настойкой, и вот сейчас додрачиваю диалог.
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man
Понятно.
your age...
Это же умная игра. Значит, не твое, понятно. Логично.
Yes, yes. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brute. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it...
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And...
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Да, он все-таки дал карточку, блядь, дрочила его. Блядь, сколько я потратил? 2 заряда. Здесь я не тратил. Ну, блядь, нормально. На 5 с 2 минусами.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take...
Ну, смотри, какой у меня чувак. А начинал он вообще таким. Без плаща, без всего, вот так. Без галстука, без монтировки. Сейчас его приодел. Уже на копа стал похож.
Mr. Dubois, yes, yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pet. Yes, yes. What's that, Harry? See you soon.
Так и есть. Здесь очень много черного юмора в игре. Я посмеялся на славу. Мне сейчас срочно валить надо в кафе, сохраняться. Уже час проебал на этого хряка. Ну, игрового часа. Время идет, тут ночью ходят всякие вованы с дубинами. Матросы, блять, пластилиновые. Болта какая-то, надо чекнуть.
Stack hundreds and the same materials you already went through all of. Remember, Leo, all items of the drawers.
Так, если ничего нового не появилось. Ну, игрушка вот для такой, можно сказать, плоской графики весит. Что-то там 18 или 20 гигов. Очень огромный мир, я до сих пор вот в первом районе ебусь. Второе прохождение за 2 часа, за 6 часов. Кафе там. Это позже.
Scout?
You're hazing on the notion of a scam. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid, freaking evil to scam. Or I guess, scared maybe. But personally, I'd rather beg than scam. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scam. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife? A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Polar weasel? Oh. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing and riots. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess with him. This jiving and juggling. What's it? I'm more of a philosophical dog worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff.
He means he's not going to tell you because he doesn't know, but he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
We're negotiating our share. Aye. All of it.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to...
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent business. I guess you kind of get to be...
By that, you mean?
By heavens, why would he know? The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is reasonably lavish, sure. Besides, there are no known...
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him to...
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing some, even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't. Just the way the world works, boyadero. Sure, I've had the necessary free time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, it all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal, no.
Сука.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly.
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable... I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all...
He means a more violent faction could easily...
Understood. This has been of limited use.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search. We're negotiating... Aye. This stuff, they already covered. It's not enough. Not enough to get...
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
So?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
It's but a rest area on the back. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye. Like men of the plain. The mercenary, eh? What a thought. Why would no... You're a dead guy. I ain't the murderer.
He means...
Understood.
No problem. I wish that...
Я 1,5 часа игрового проебал. Ну, блять, шмоток дохуя нашел, конечно. Я думаю, это не критично. До 9 вечера сейчас челики будут рабочие в кафе. Но это мы на следующем третьем прохождении будем продолжать. Надо идти отдыхать. 5 утра. Все, добрался до кафе. Все. Увидимся, скорее всего, возможно, вечером. Все. Благодарю за просмотр. Всем добра, любви.